Come on.
Grind time, in the mind, live your life, line of sights, line them up, get your mind right, get your vision right, get your head right, get it tight, all night, we in the fight, take flight, hey, just jump, hey, hunkity hump, you can do it, just jump.
What up?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing, man?
Well, we got Derek, we got Josh. Derek, what day is it?
All right, what's up, everybody? You know what time it is. Welcome to another edition of TGIM. Thank God it's Monday. All right. We have a great one for the show today. All right, first off, we got Josh. What's up, Josh?
What's going on? Happy Monday.
Oh, yeah. And to introduce our guest today, taking over today, welcome back, Kenny Smooth Shoes in the house. What's up, Kenny?
Jello. Have you eaten your Jello today?
No, I forgot.
Hey, guys. No, today we got Rello Mufasa. He's offspring of Catfish Billy. If you know Yellow Wolf, you better get used to seeing Rello Mufasa. Goes by Fasa, great guy. Fasa, introduce yourself, man. I'm excited.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yay.
Well, I am Fasa, the line of Dimmadome. And it's pretty weird phrase, but I'm gonna start with Dimmadome. I don't know if you guys know. I'm pretty sure it's Jimmy Neutron, where the guy pulls up with he's in a white suit, he's got the country cowboy hat on, and he pulls up in the limousine, and he's got the money. He's the one that he's the ruler of the Bell Dimmadome, something like that. And what sticks in my head is Dimmadome. Like it just Dimmadome. I love saying Dimmadome. So
Dimmadome.
Put that into my sense. If I said Dimmadome, I think it's pretty cool. Like I like saying the word. It's weird.
That.
Also, me as an artist, with the hat, I'm the brown version. I'm the brown version. He the white version. I'm the brown.
And you say Jimmy Neutron. I mean, you're a scientist of sorts. I mean, you're a producer. I would say you're a producer. What do you classify yourself as? Because you are an artist, and not just inspiring. You are an artist, and you're already inspiring fellow artists.
I appreciate that, brother. Well, honestly, I don't know what I am, man. I can do whatever is put on my plate, man.
I would think you're a funky ass alien.
Hey,
Alien.
Hey, honestly, I can agree with you with that 100% because I am an alien, and I'm very rare. Like I think I'm in Mars.
That's
right
a fact. I think you're your own planet.
Yeah, I'm in my own planet. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So
how you guys doing today, man? Y'all good, man?
I'm feeling great. I feel
doing
alive,
fantastic.
healthy.
Alive, allergic to average. It's Motivated Monday.
Hey, man, dude, I like that a lot, man.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Because everybody hates Mondays. We all know that.
Oh,
but we don't. Right?
I love it because it's just another day that I'm productive.
And you're grinding, and you're putting in. To me, if you guys haven't listened to Foss's stuff, he hi-hats. He has his own signature sound, and he's gonna build something. I don't think today. I'm trying to think 5 years. There's no telling what your patterns are gonna turn into.
Dude, man, I'm very limited, but that's no excuse. I work with what I got, and I create with.
That's what it's about.
And whenever it's time to change, or not even necessarily change, just add to the projects or whatever
Equation.
the history. Like I feel like every time I touch the keyboard or the beat pad, I'm creating history. Like no matter what,
Leaving a mark.
I'm making myself do something that I don't have to do.
You don't have to do, but you do it because to me, I assume you love it. I watch you smile. I watch you hit the pads. And when you like something, there's nothing but energy, pure energy. Like right now you're smiling, but when I watch you when you're fully exemplified in your full Fasa vibe, it's a vibe like nothing else. And I've personally felt it with you. I've stood next to you in places, and I've watched people look at us. And when people are like, yo, who are those guys? That's when you know you're going to be somebody, you're going to do something.
Exactly. And it actually scared me, man. I would, whenever we'll be out and about, and and people would show their attention. I'm like, do they think I'm somebody that I'm like? I'm just trying to be myself.
It's that energy. It's the energy you bring.
Right. Like I'm from a very small town, bro. So just saying,
what town?
Trenton, Tennessee. Wow. I'm from Tennessee. I was born in Humboldt, Tennessee, and
nice.
We got a couple red lights. I mean, a couple stop lights.
Everybody know everybody.
Oh, dude, man. Within like I might be over exaggerating, but within 5 to 10 minutes,
wow.
If someone's fighting or if something bad happens, oh man.
Oh, shit's popping off like Peter Pop-Pop. People coming.
Lottery. Oh man. 1 minute, everybody know. Like,
everybody's like, you gotta go to the fight.
Yeah, without
businesses.
Without social media. Social media don't even exist and it gets around that quick. Like
that's how small. They just call those the home phones.
Business. Yeah, business is everybody's business.
What they said for sure.
I grew up with a granddaddy that was a preacher, and
oh wow.
My mom, she liked D boys, you know what I'm saying? Like so, okay. And my dad, he's a police officer, so I'm in a crazy combination.
Weird bubble.
Like dude,
bubble.
Woo! I'm talking about going to church every Sunday, Wednesday Bible study, choir rehearsal, everything, and then going home to
wildness.
The hood, the projects and things that I would go just simply with my friends. Like I would be doing stuff that my mom had no clue that I'm doing, and of course as a kid, you don't know how to open up to her and tell her what you're going through on a daily basis. Like, what do? I don't want to get a whooping. I'm already getting in trouble for being a class clown in school. So what do I do from here? Like,
would you say home was happy at least? Would you say you would go home to a good house, a happy household, or a household that wanted to see you prevail?
Well, okay. Well, my mom, I'm the big brother. I got a sister, Sahara. She's my youngest sister on my mom's side, and then it's Kendrick, and then Genevieve, and then I have a stepbrother, which is Courtney. So with them,
big family.
I used to bully them, and I didn't know it. But my friends were
kids. The emotions are just out there.
So my friends will bully me, like they'll bully me, but not like bully, but they would try to make me tough. Is because I would back down from a lot of stuff because I already knew once I make it home, I'm finna get ass whooped. Wow. I'm finna get ass whooped. If mama find out that this just happened, I'm finna get ass whooped.
School, mama didn't handle that well.
Dude. I was a handful, but I really appreciate all of the ass whooping I got from mom because it made me to who I am today. And like all of the negative, stupid stuff that I done back teenager, like I grew from it and I learned from it. And I don't repeat the same mistakes. And so like with having the little brothers just on my mom's side, it just motivated me to do better and show them how to be a better person than repeating mistakes that we've witnessed, you know what I mean? Like, so like my granddad would call us out in church, like if I get into the fight with my brothers, he would call us out in church, 200, 300, 400 people in church, and talking about embarrassed, like front of you ain't about to sit in the back of the church. You finna sit in the front of the church. You act up.
Just put you on the spot.
Oh, on the spot central, bro. Like, and my mom.
That's not bad. That's good for you in the long run, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I was learning. Oh man. I had to learn. The hard way. My mom, very incredible singer. She sing in front of 500 people without a microphone, and everybody would hear her.
Yeah, like acapella.
Acapella, bro. She'll look at the, like, say for instance, like they'll request my mom. She always sing at funerals and stuff. She like I don't like when my mom sing because most of the time she's singing at a funeral and she's making everybody cry. So I'm trying to get that out of, like, my mom. She was
she knows how to bring emotion out.
Oh, soul, man. Soul.
That's beautiful, man. That's why you've got what you got.
Woo, soul. So my granddad, he loved when I would play the keyboard, but only when I would play Amazing Grace and Let It Shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Let it shine.
Bring
let it shine.
Amazing Grace, amazing grace.
Do you know the origin story of that song? didn't mean to cut you, but do you know the origin of it?
I really don't.
I don't know if it's fully true, but it was taught to me that it was actually a slave, a guy that would drive the slave boats, who was a white man, and he started realizing what he was doing was wrong, transporting slaves from Africa. And the story goes that he sat on the boat, transporting slaves, and he wrote that song, transporting slaves, realizing what he was doing was wrong.
Wow, that's deep. Wow, he loved when I play that song, man. He'll bring his preacher buddies. I appreciate that, man. That's really deep, man. I had to do a little research. I would like to find out a little bit more about.
I didn't fact check that, but that was told to me, and I believe that was told to me in church.
That's honestly cool. It's really cool to listen to the history and why the song was specifically made in that time or whatever the case may be.
And at that time, for him to realize that what he was doing was wrong is huge, because a lot of people thought it was right. Exactly. Because it's what was being what you're surrounded by. Yeah.
Being taught, like, if you're taught something, like, I mean, some people like teach their kids some things, and then a lot of kids learn certain things on their own, and the parents don't even catch what they're doing wrong, and it's always hidden, and then boom, it could kaboom to be a problem. But back to the Amazing Grace. So my granddad, he would bring his preachers over, preacher buddies, reverends, and I would play that. They would pray and all this, like, and I would play the keyboard. So, okay, I would get them they'd be praising and everything, and I really didn't know what was going on. As a kid, I didn't know. I love making music. And what started
it's noticeable.
What started me playing the keyboard is my cousin Roderick. He would play late night tip by I can't even remember, man. I just went blank, but the guy that I tip is doom 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 doo 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 dum bum 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 bum. So it goes sort of like that, and I remember that 15 years ago, and I
vividly.
Yeah, man. So I would play it in front of my friends and everything, and they're like, "Man, you can play keyboard," but I would just go to that one song because I saw my cousin playing it, but I would miss the notes, and he was like, "Man, you need to start reading notes." And my grandma, she would always force me to read notes, and I didn't like it because it was just basic, and I'm like, "Man, I don't want this." So I would playing Amazing Grace and all that. I would play the keyboard out loud, and they would be like, all right, put the headphones in. Like, if I'm not playing the church song, got to put my headphones in. So, all right, fast forward a little bit. Just a few years later, I lose my granddaddy. He's my father figure, man. Granddaddy David and Granddaddy Melvin. My granddaddy David, father figure, man. And he was diagnosed with cancer, and he lost his life, man. And it just, I never thought he would die, ever. I thought it's like, I looked at my granddaddy as a god, you know what I mean? Like,
definitely instilled something good in you.
Man, I really appreciate that. Then my grandmother, she would tell me, like, he used to be a bad person. I never would believe it. Like, he changed so much. And like, I was born into this world. No, I mean, like, I didn't know that he wasn't my biological. He was my granddad by marriage.
Wow, it's still family.
So it was, yeah, definitely. And sometimes it kind of like bother people because I'm like, man, dude, I love my granddaddy, man. And like, I love my granddaddy Melvin too, but you know what I'm saying? My granddaddy David, he wasn't even my blood granddaddy, but he was my father. Like, I look at him as my father. So he passed away. Felt like I lost my best friend. My Uncle Cedric, my best fishing buddy, man. He would take me fish. I could never say no to him because I just felt like I would let him down. I didn't want to let Uncle Cedric down.
Is he the one who taught you how to catch those trophy fish you be catching?
Yeah, well, man, he gave me a little game, rest in peace, son. He gave me a little game, you know what I'm saying? But I learned this, man. I learned this from myself, bro. I learned this, like, the fish, bro. I learned it myself on my own. I would go out there to the bank with no lures, no bait or nothing. And I go catch me crickets and go and hang fish, man. But my uncle said, after my granddaddy David passed away,
you would actually go get crickets and then go.
Yeah. I would pull up to the pond with just a pole and some hooks. No bait. I know it's crickets out. It's summer.
Crickets are great.
I get a water bottle or a bottle that's in the woods or whatever. I go and catch me like 20, 30 crickets. grasshoppers. I catch grasshoppers and crickets, and I'm telling you, like as soon as you throw a cricket or a grasshopper in the water, boom, gone.
Well, because they don't if you hook them right in the hook, they can actually still kind of move around and fish kind of see
then they
that.
can swim on water. They can swim on top of the water if you don't put a leader on it. Yeah, man. So I started doing like weird combinations of catching fish, and then I was really good with my teachers. They start opening up, giving me opportunities to come fish at their pond. They have a very stocked pond. They're like, the Carsey, I would like for you to come and fish my pond out. And me and my Uncle Stacy, my other uncle, that's my dad's brother, we would go fishing. It was Uncle Cedric and Uncle Cedric is my mom's brother, and Uncle Stacy is my dad's brother. So both of them, I had two uncles that love fishing. Love, and very known.
What were they stocking the pond with?
Catfish, tons, bro. Like literally, you throw the dog food in the water, and I'm telling you, it's like sharks
coming up.
The water comes to life. The water comes to life, bro. It's like this is like. What is going on? Like, no, this is not real, dude. Like, I'm afraid of the water now. Just seeing that. And then the water would be so blue and so pretty. Like, wow. Oh, God. Man-made. It's man-made pond, but it's, oh, God.
Clean. Pristine.
Oh, dude. Oh, my goodness. So, with Uncle Cedric, man, I went to the casino. And my first time ever going to the casino, he had a very bad sickness in his stomach. This is very touchy. This is what like put me where I'm at right now. So my Uncle Cedric took me to the casino, and he had a really bad stomach pain that no one knew about. He would go to the doctor, and they would think it was smoking weed was the problem, which it wasn't, because all along he was telling people that he was smoking weed. But me, his nephew, I knew he was still smoking weed, and he started getting better. But then it triggered again, and the doctors and stuff thought it was weed, and he just had I really don't even know what the pain was, but he would be at my mom's house. He would cry like, he's in so much pain, and I would feel so bad as a kid, man. I'm like, what's going on? Uncle said, this is my favorite uncle. He lets me cuss. He lets me do he didn't let me go and do dumb stuff. He'll let me cuss though. So I felt like he was a cool uncle, you know. I was like, yeah, all right.
He's teaching you valuable lessons.
Right. But he would teach me to respect my elder. Like if anybody else would come up, I wouldn't cuss it. I would just do it just around him, you know. So with that being said, man, when we was at the casino, my uncle said, man, this is going to be the death of me. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? Like, he was talking about his sickness. So a few months later, man, we were supposed to go night fishing. And I really didn't ignore him, but I kind of was busy, and it kind of slipped my mind. And I didn't know that he was going through some stuff with his wife. He was going through I don't know. And the next day I get a phone call. My mom says that my Uncle Cedric is under a car, and Angie is getting airlifted. I'm like, what? And then my phone just goes dead, man. I'm like, bro. So I'm up in McKenzie at college by myself, man. And just like, my mind is just blown. Like, everybody calling me, Fasa, are you okay? Fasa, are you okay? Rello. No, I wasn't Fasa back then. I was Rello. Rello, are you okay? Rello, are you okay? Mufasa. It was Mufasa. Mufasa, you all right? And I'm like, what's going on? And then people telling me tons of different stories. Long story short, my Uncle Cedric got into it with his wife. He killed his wife and then killed himself in front of police officers and all that. So, and it was like the next day that he was supposed to come fish with me, man. He was supposed, the night before he killed himself, he was supposed to come fish with me. So I feel terrible. And to make it on the news with that, like, it just inspired me, like, oh, guys. So my Uncle Cedric was a very like touchy like person. He taught me how to build so much. We even shot dice, man. Our last time, like he would take the last time we shot dice, he took my money, and I was mad at him. Like, you know, and he passed away with me being mad at him. But I forgive him. But I don't like. I just, man, I feel like he like I don't know. I just don't, man. It just touchy, like just thinking about what happened. But so he had the best voice I've ever. Like, I want the world to hear his voice, y'all. Like my Uncle Cedric, oh my God. He has a son.
It changed you.
Oh, dude, oh my God. I got to give all I got, because my Uncle Cedric, he did not use his voice to what he should have, man. Man, when I tell you John Legend type soul, like voice, oh my God, dude. Oh God, dude.
That's me. That's the beauty of music. You just never know.
So man, after my Uncle Cedric, after my granddaddy David died, and then my Uncle Cedric, you know, all that happened. I go and ask my grandma. She's called me over to get like the stuff, you know, from my granddad. I love his boots. I would tell him while he was living, I'm gonna buy me a pair of cowboy boots. And my first pair of boots is when he died. Man, I didn't get my boots, the snakeskin boots that I wanted. I didn't get them until he passed away. I still have them to this day. The soles are worn out. I wore them every single day until I'm looking like I was crippled. Like
I know when you dress it, you got soul in the way you dress.
Man, oh man, I got it from I got it from my grandparents and my dad. I think my dad too. Probably my mom too. Everybody, you know. So man, I asked my grandmother for the keyboard, and she said, "D, that's the last thing that I gave." I mean, they. So man, after losing my uncle, it just changed my whole perspective on my life with their voice, his voice that he took, like basically the world won't hear anymore. But it's the music is instilled with me. I asked
lives through you.
Yes, sir. So I asked my grandmother for the keyboard, and she was like, "D, this is the last thing that your grandfather gave to me." Oh, dude, when she said that, oh my God. And like she was already trying to give me granddaddy's like his stuff, like a couple pairs of boots, which I still have, I still own, I still rock. And
That's giving me goosebumps, man.
Dude, oh man, it's when I put them on, like that's what I got on right now, man. I got boots on, like
I'm not shocked. That's you.
I don't own a pair of tennis shoes. No tennis shoes. Like it's pretty.
You don't run?
Well,
I'm joking.
I can run in my boots, man. I do anything in my boots.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You're just running through life, baby.
Yes, sir. So, man, dude, getting my granddaddy boots and wearing them, it just made me feel like I'm a king. I'm a king. I'm a king amongst many kings. So, like,
definitely a king.
I would earn for money. I would mow granddaddy's yards, granddaddy David, like, and granddaddy Melvin. I would mow the yards and everything. I would earn when I earn the clothes. It's iron or however, you know, I say earn. That's earn, earning money. So I would earn his clothes every week for the whole week. I would crease his shirts. My grandmother taught me how to earn like professional like suits and stuff, like
with the creases and all.
Oh, man, crease central dude. I'm telling you, I earned pants one time, the crease will stay in it forever.
I know when I've seen you in person, you're very I love the flash. You even wear like hats with feathers coming out. It's beautiful.
Weird. My granddaddy used to love him some cowboy hats. I never could afford them, you know. So I got that off of him. So once I started learning how to make money on my own, that's when I started purchasing. So when I asked for the keyboard, boom, I went on and bought my own keyboard. Bought my first keyboard, and I started teaching myself. And I'm like, man, I'm going to teach myself, and I'm not. Like grandmother, she wanted me to learn music so much, it forced me not to, because I'm like, no, I'm not. Like she would get on a keyboard and it was just the most annoying. I'm like, Grandma, what are you doing? You might be playing the right notes, but you have no rhythm. What are you doing? Oh, guys, oh my God. And
she was inspiring you. She was trying to get you to do it. Yeah. Just do the damn thing.
I'm like, Grandma, how you play those notes? But you just not playing. You're not playing it right. She always want to play Yes, My Jesus Love Me. Like, I'm like, she like, D, do you hear it?
But she knew you could do it.
Yeah, man. So I got a lot better. Now I'm able to, I can hear music and I can play it. Whatever I hear, I can play it. So I don't like listening to anybody else's music because
got the ear.
I'm going to repeat what I hear. And I don't want to hear, I want to repeat. I want to create something that I haven't ever heard before. So I don't listen to, like, before I'm about to record, I don't listen to music. I don't listen to music on a daily basis unless it's like in a car, I jump in, listen to country.
It messes with that vibe.
Exactly. I can't create whenever I'm inspired by Michael Jackson, but I don't create from his music. I create from the metronome. I'm inspired by the metronome. I'm inspired what you can do with the metronome.
From and music. Within.
Yes, wow. Sir. Vibe. And then the metronome is basically like it's a vibe within itself, and you have to feel that. You have to feel that metronome. So
you do feel it.
Yes, all in my body, and I have to release it daily. It's a meditation. It's a meditation, and I make a task 3 beats a day. So with learning music, like I learned by ear, pressing different buttons and just I don't even know I don't know my notes, but I can create whatever like I hear, and whatever sound I've used, I can now use that to the best of the ability and make a song out of that specific sound. It's all guys, so I'm very, 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 very blessed. And
you respect your own process.
Yes, sir. And I have to listen to a lot of negative comments about me. I get made fun of like all the time.
You're gonna have haters.
Oh, yes, sir. So after losing my uncle, I'm in college, man, for 3.5, 4 years. I'm pretending Jamaican, dude. And like I'm sorry, I'm fast forwarding. Okay, so it's so much I have to let out, and it's just like I'm skipping and all right. So in high school, it's like I was being made fun of because I used to suck my thumb. Everybody used to make fun of me. He's a thumb sucker. So I had friends, but I really didn't have friends unless I made them laugh. So I was a class clown. I always would get in trouble in school for making people laugh. And I wasn't disrespecting the teacher, but I was always getting rolled up for making fart noise and just like throwing paper ball. Like just,
sound like stuff I used to do.
Dude, I was all guys, dude. And I was a cheater. I love cheating off of the smart people because I didn't study. I was too busy getting in trouble or just distracted at home trying to find crickets, grasshoppers, snakes, frogs, different. Like I had like
you just wanted to be in the wild. You were wild.
Yeah, 16 dogs at one time, man. And I'm stealing food out of the cabinets and
my dogs.
Oh, dude, mom, she like one day I got in trouble in school. That's what it took. All my dogs is gone. And I seen them. I was walking from school one day. I missed the bus and I walked home. Mama didn't know because she didn't get off till like 4 or 5. And I seen my dogs in another the cage where this woman she had like 50 to 100 dogs. And I said, oh. I was like, oh God, I was one to steal it back. And then it was another dog that my cousin got, and I went and stole my dog back, man. I stole my dog back. And he came to my house and he was bitching at my mom. He's like, they just told the dog, like he said, you could keep the dog. And I got in trouble. So man, with being picked on, and then I'm just bullying my brothers and sisters, and like, but I was making them stronger. It wasn't like the process of picking on them. It was just making them stronger. So they didn't go through what I went through because I already knew once I graduated, I couldn't be there for my little brothers no more. So you're gonna have to be tough. So they're beyond tough. They're beyond tough. So I make it to college. In high school. Well, sorry, rewind. In high school, I never would ever even imagine I would have made it to college because of how much I got in trouble, how distracted I was, how much the teacher would tell me, you wouldn't last a semester in college. I proved them wrong. My dad always wanted me to go to Army. Nope. I'm finna go get a tattoo. I'm finna go get tattoos. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. So my first tattoos, I got 2 tattoos. It was D and an M. I surprised my mom with them, and she's like, I was like, Mom, she was going to the store. I held it like I had a jacket on. It was hot. She's like, what's wrong? I said, Mama, I got to tell you so. I got to. And she's like, what is it? I'm like, never mind. I'll tell you when you get back. She's like, come on. I was like,
scared. Mama put the fear of God in you.
Terrified of my mom, dude. She would lay all 4 of us butt naked and whoop all 4 of us. And yeah, you know, and I respect that. I'm so proud.
Beat that ass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. When you get a whooping, all of y'all getting a whooping. Who was it? Y'all don't say all y'all getting a whooping. You better hold your private area. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it made me to who I am today, and I really appreciate that. But I would, oh God, woo-wee.
That's deep, bro.
So with my mom doing that, she taught me like to be there for
person,
and like and to show a good example, and I had to be that, like be a really
valuable person.
Yeah, man. So
and you still are today,
dude. I really appreciate that, man. I can't like my brain kind of like went because I'm trying to like say so much in one time. So all right, on to the school teacher would tell me I wouldn't do nothing. Boom, I go to college. Oh yeah, wait. Let me rewind back. Hold on, let me take a little sip.
Run the shit back. Run the shit back.
I let my mom see my tattoos. That's where I was at. I let her see, and she got pissed. She said,
bend over?
Huh?
She say bend over or?
Dude, oh, dude. Well, I was 17 at the time, and I thought she was gonna whip my ass, man, but she didn't, And I was grounded though. And so the next 2 days, I went and got 2 more tattoos right here. Oh, but it was my mom and my sister and my sister's name. She was mad, and my grandmother don't know that I got tattoos at all. Dude, now my grandma she thinks I'm the devil because of all my tattoos, but it's just a story, It's just a story that I tell, and I'm just like, grandma, like chill out, man. It's nothing like that. I'm a positive person, Like ain't nothing to make you feel that like negative, about your grandson, man. I'm supposed to be.
That's how she feels now.
Yeah, man. I make it to college, man. I'm pretending Jamaican, bro. Everybody thinks since I'm on the soccer team, I got recruited from Bethel University. They're actually like top in the nation right now, and we're top of the nation playing. And so I felt honored to be an African American and get a scholarship to Bethel University, where I played with a bunch of international people.
Wait, you were playing soccer?
Yeah, bro. I went to school for soccer,
what?
bro.
That's awesome.
I played for 3.5 years, bro. I went
midfield. Are you a backfield?
Goalkeeper.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. I'm a beast.
Fun.
If people know about goalkeeper, you got to be a tough motherfucker.
You are the leader of the team.
Exactly.
If I didn't play soccer, like probably like you did, but I understand that the goalie, even in hockey, it's the same. Your goalie is your leader.
I can see the field. So my favorite team is Patriots. Well, used to be Patriots. Tom Brady is my most favorite quarterback, and he can see the field. He can pick it out. Like, dude, when I played football, I quit football in high school. I kind of skipped that. It's just, but I quit football. Oh no! Wait a minute, dude. I was a hammerhead. Yeah, I got to go back to that. Look, dude. So in high school, I was hammerhead football player. I'm talking about hammerhead. The coach's son, he put me on boards with his coach's son. Well, the coach put me on board with his son, knocked his ass off, knocked him off, rocked him. He was embarrassed. But remember, I was made fun of for sucking my thumb. So that's what the coaches and all
let him know.
They would pick on me. Yes, sir. So I didn't get to play. They wouldn't let me play. I mean, they would let me play in some games, but they really wouldn't let me play. I was a fucking snatch. I can catch really good. I can catch the ball one hand with ease. I'm snagging, catching every catch, but I couldn't remember the routes. I was so distracted in just my daily childhood. I was just, oh God, I was so distracted. So long story short, man, coaches wouldn't let me play. I quit football my senior year, and I started playing soccer. This man started coaching soccer when I quit. He tried to run me to death, but I didn't give up. Once he quit,
that's a lot of soccer. Running is the battle.
But he tried to run me to death. He tried to make me quit. I didn't quit. I just fought through it. He quit coaching. A new coach came in, threw me in goal, bro. Had the news people coming and recording me like I was like, like starting from where I started, like it made the soccer team. I brought the things that I learned in college. I brought it back to the high school and gave them game. I put them on a college routine. What I learned in college that I never knew, and the soccer team has been great ever since. They put me in the newspaper and all that for bringing that back to the. I didn't finish college, man, but you know what, man? I'm very thankful to even just say that I did go for 3.5 years, almost I went in on academic probation. It was just a lot of pressure on me at the very beginning, and I never felt like I could do it, but I did it. And I didn't want to go to the Army. Daddy wanted to force me in the Army. I didn't want to go to the Army, so I tatted myself. My granddad's a sheriff officer, and at high school career day, I was dressed up as sheriff officer. So boom, fast forward, I kind of dropped out / failed out / didn't have the funds to go back to school, and lost focus. Didn't have no income of money. Just partying, drinking.
Probably went into a depressive state.
And I was getting tattooed to clear my mind and just tell a life story, what I've been through, but it still felt like no one understood.
Like a dark time in your life.
Yes, sir. So my cousin Chris McLilly, shout out to him, man. He's a hood tattoo artist, neighborhood, from the hill. He ain't got
go to his house, give him a good price, and hook you up.
So he inspired me to start doing that too, because I used to back in high school and
I've seen you on your story give tattoos.
Yeah, man.
You're a fucking hell of an artist. I know that. Not just musically. You can draw.
I'm a really great tattoo artist. There's a lot of legends out there that I can't even compete with, but from where I come from, I've been tattooing for like 8-9 years. I'm a goat, man. Like I'm a goat. My minimum is $100, you know. So I'm doing pretty good with that, but I don't want to do it for my life. But I learned that right after like kind of during college, but more after college because I didn't have no income. I started working a factory job. I worked for 6 months.
What the thing?
And they wanted me to work. Like after getting out of college, I started working in a factory, and like I like being the top notch worker, you know. And when I'm working, it make my time go by just like that. So
speedy.
I was a really good worker, and one of my assistant soccer coaches, he was one of the bosses up there. So he seen how much I was productive, and he started grabbing me out and let them do production, and I'm like painting the floors or sweeping the floor. Like he messed with me tough.
He taking care of you.
Yes, sir. And he would let me fish at his golf. He have a golf course out there, and he would let me fit like nobody could fish out there. He'll let me come out there and fish by myself, you know, and just let me, oh God, hang monsters. So, anyways, fast forward to with me being in school, like I dropped out, man. I dropped out. And I had a couple buddies that I was really known in the club. I had a security guard. He fronted me some weed, man. I got the weed. I started selling to a couple of my homies or whatever and family members. And like within a few days, man, I started getting targets on me, like just because I got overloaded. And like I wasn't. It was other people around me was recording videos and of how much weed was in the area and everything else. And
they putting hits on you.
Exactly. And I know. And it's people that's close to me, like just thinking like, oh, we could come and just take from him and he would never know who it was. And long story short, I figured out everything, And one day, my buddies got, robbed. And then like 3 days, and this is right after my Uncle Cedric did, like the incident with him happened, like this all after, like during college, sort of after. So after that, like my buddies got robbed, and then next thing you know, like 3-4 days later, I get robbed by myself. I ended up like, and it was 2 or 3 guys, man. I really can't remember because it really messed me up.
Don't matter, but getting robbed, that's traumatic.
I'm sitting in the car, I'm bumping Michael Jackson, and I'm smoking me a little blunt, just trying to keep it cool. I done fronted a couple homies, so-called homies and family members, and next thing you know, I'm at gunpoint. In my car, like, and this, I'm in my
nobody.
Can't trust nobody. It taught me a lesson. I'm in my Uncle Cedric's house where the incident like happened, where he shot his wife, killed her, and then killed himself. He shot himself, man, in front of the police officers. Came up, he shot himself. So it fucked me up like mentally. But I'm remaining flexible, man. I'm remaining flexible. And I'm gonna get to remaining flexible in just a minute. I gotta tell you, it's very deep. So with me getting like the guys in my car, boom. I grab it. I never would ever think that I would ever do that in my life. But I always tell people, if somebody had a gun in my face, man, I would snatch, you know what I'm saying? So
until it actually happened.
Right. So it happened. I won the gun, man. When I grabbed it, the clip dropped. And
I
flipped them over and I fought for the gun, and the other guys came over and like they were trying to punch me in the head. And when you punch, if you connect with the whole strike, you're gonna get more strength. But what I was doing, I was meeting them with the punches. So I was like, I really didn't feel nothing. I was more worried about the gun. But when like after
the most important thing, the thing that could kill you.
Right. So after they happened, like I won the gun, man. I won the gun. They got up, they ran, and I pulled the trigger. I took a deep, and I pulled the trigger. It could have been them shot in the back. Boom, shot in the back right there. Like it's not hard to shoot a human being, like right there, that close. I pulled the trigger, it didn't shoot. And as I thought about it, man, I'm just thinking, bro. I remember this after the fact. I grabbed the gun, the clip fell. When I grabbed the gun,
press the button for the magazine to fall down.
It fell, bro.
I mean, that's actually technically what, if you can do in a situation like that, you did the right thing. You go for the gun, and you got lucky. You actually pressed the mechanism that drops the mag, which is
right, bro.
Great.
I didn't know that. I didn't even
Now
know that.
you can take that and beat the shit out of them.
Right. So whenever they got up, they dipped. I couldn't see them. So I jumped in my car and I got in my car and I tried somewhat chase them and try to ride around, see if anybody was riding around the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was just weird. 3 people hit me up for the same thing around the same time. And come to find out, they had, you know what I'm saying, somewhat a part of it. And it just made me close door. I closed all doors and I just focused on me. And during that time I had my like after winning that gun, like my cousin came home. Sorry, I keep skipping over, but my cousin came home from the factory job around like 2:30, 3 o'clock. And he was the one who found the clip, bro. Like when I had jumped in my car and looked for the people and I came back, my cousin had called me. He asked what happened, yeah. And I make it back to the house. The other cousin, he comes from the factory job and he's like, what happened? I had him at gunpoint. He's like, what happened? And I'm like, man, somebody just tried to come rob me. And we already knew that it was probably coming because of how much, you know what I'm saying, weed it was, and it was fronted to me. And it's not even mine now. Like, so he finds the clip. He goes to the scene, he finds the clip. Put the clip in and he cocks it back and the bullet dropped. It was one in the fucking gun, dude. It was one in the fucking head.
Wow, one in the chamber.
One in the chamber, bro. I pulled that trigger, it didn't shoot. So how I feel like I'm supposed to be behind bars for the rest. I feel like every day I'm so thankful just to be here because I wouldn't even, how do I explain that I just shot somebody in the back and I basically have to tell myself I was protecting myself, but yet I was doing something illegal. Like, man, you know, and then like it would look like I was picking on them. It would look different. Like, how do I explain these guys tried to rob me and I defended myself and now it's a dead body out here? How do I explain that? So the next morning, my shoulder, I had a tattoo appointment. My shoulder felt like it was fucking broke. Like I know it healed wrong because it was out of place. Something broke up here. I don't care what nobody say. Even the doctors, I know something was fractured or cracked or something. You know, I feel it. I didn't go to the doctor and have it looked at, but I tried to tough it out because I thought about back in the day, like, what did they do if they didn't have a doctor? What happened? Do they just heal? And I feel like that's what, you know what I'm saying, happened.
So sounds like music may have been the savior, have saved your life as many other artists.
Oh God. Dude, it's my savior. So tattooing, always bending down. I moved, I got a phone call. Well, after that day, well, like I said, I felt like I broke my shoulder or whatever, or chest right here. It's hard for me to breathe, but I still fought through the tattoo. Gave the gun back to the guy. Gave to the cousin. His cousin, you know, gave the gun back to the cousin that I got robbed with, bro. Gave the gun back.
That says a lot about yourself. You know how to turn the other cheek.
I ain't even coming back to retaliate. I learned my lesson. Thank you for this. You know, I'm not a bitch.
Wow.
I'm just showing you that I'm not a bitch. You can have this, and if you want to try again, come on.
Definitely got PTSD though.
Dude, honestly, I think I don't want to claim it, but I know because any loud
trauma.
sound, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Any loud sound.
That's what PTSD is, a traumatic instance, especially like that.
It's very defensive. Like I tell my girl, like, don't scare, but she don't. She know, like, dude, like, crazy stuff. If you like sneak up on me, you'll get your ass knocked out. Like, it's like, and it's not even like that. Like, don't try to scare me or like stuff like that because it messes with me, you know? Like it just, but it made me to who I am today after doing that. Like, so I moved to Nashville to get away. The tattoo client, she called me.
Nashville.
Yes, sir. My first time ever being around, you know, I used to live in Nashville when I was younger, but I don't remember. But it just opened up a whole new door and led me to tattooing. So I go downtown Nashville and I bump into Yellow Wolf, bro. I bump into Yellow Wolf and he's like,
American.
Are you an artist? Like, in the way I carry myself, like I just like dressing, and I see that I can go to the store, buy some really cheap stuff and look pretty good in it. You know what I mean? So
you've been an artist. You were born one.
Hey, yes, sir. Hey, man, I gotta agree with you on that one, my brother. So when I made my name known around the clubs and stuff, like back in West Tennessee, it was a club called Slide and Ride that I really, in the future, I would like to invest into and really make it like a worldwide club. because it's my first club that I performed. My very first song that I produced with my little brothers, Get Crazy, and it went pretty viral. And we had these videographers that was gonna record us for the video shoot, but they didn't. They
follow through.
Nope, they recorded like half of it and then just vamped out on us, you know. But I understand we didn't have that much money to give to them, and they had all this stuff. But anyways, long story short, man, I bumped into Wolf, and this one. I had a friend that bought a meet and greet to Yellow Wolf show, and I went to his meet and greet, and whenever I went there, he remembered me. He said, Fasa. He's like, he was like, I was like, what the fuck? Like this, I'm in a line of, I'm freezing. It's hundreds of people in line. Like, I'm like, what the?
Made an impression
in front of everybody. Like everybody else, he's shaking their hand. He said, hey, he's signing their name. And like, I got a video of him. Like, he was like, yeah, I remember you, man. Fuck yeah, I remember you. And all that. Like, and then he started following me. And then I was following him even more. I listened to him as a kid, bro. I grew up listening to Wolf.
Same.
Like,
I listened to him when I was overseas in the military.
You said what? You saw him?
He really helped me while I was overseas in the military.
Oh,
his music.
Damn, that's crazy, man. Damn, that's crazy. So he, like, with his music, I loved his, like, I'm a bass head. I love the way systems sound. I can take a system out of your car and put a brand new system in. I do. Like, dude, I'm crazy when it comes to doing that and learning, like, music wise, like the speaker subs. I love 15s, 12s. I can make 8s sound like 15s or 18s.
Well, what about you though? What about your sound?
Say it again.
Your sound. How would you say you came about, capturing your sound?
Oh, so man, capturing my sound from honestly, I think Michael Jackson and a little bit of Wolf, Tech Nine, and then just like
Tech. Weird.
Yeah.
I mean, you are a weirdo, and that makes a lot of
weird,
sense.
bro. Weird. I love.
Was it he makes what, strange music? Is that his label? Yeah, strange music. Yeah. So that makes sense.
I grew up listening to Ritz, like all the, like, those underground rappers. So I met Wolf was making posts and stuff on his Instagram and said that he's hiring. So I went up there. I had already bought me a hat, like $200, $300 hat. And I went up there, applied for a job, and the same day, Mama Sheila, which is Wolf's mom, she hired me. She called him. She was like, Wolf, I got one. She said, all right, guys. She said, you ain't got to worry about an application, nothing. She hired me on the spot. She said, you really want to work here? I was like, yeah. She's like, you're perfect. And so that grew my connection. Like, it just brought me in even more to where, like, we grew so much, and now we're brothers. Like, that's my big brother. You know what I'm saying? And with Zilla, Aunt Zilla, man, that's my big brother. And they've seen something in me that's been triggered. And I really wasn't on music until I really got there and wanted to create and really learn how to create music and how to make beats, because I always wanted a big drum set as a kid.
You want to be that heartbeat.
Yes, man. I wanted to play drums, but in school I couldn't make the band. So, man, I started making music like metronome. I mean, with the metronome, I started with the metronome and making just different 4 beats pattern. My beat pattern was 4. Like, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I repeat. And it just got so repetitive. I'm like, dude, I got to change this, man. I got to figure this out, man. How do I sound better and figure this music thing out? So I just started like just doing skits and stuff and trying to entertain people and just reel people in, like, just like, hey, you like this right here? And people, I feel like a lot of people were lying to me, like, as far as my sound, and I'll just look back at it now. I'm like, ha, what the world? This is embarrassing. And just listening to how people grew. I watched Zay.
You got to start somewhere. Zaytoven. That's his.
Zaytoven. Very and Storch.
That's his call sign.
Scott Storch is a very great artist too. So just seeing the social media just helped me, like, and inspired me, like, to do music. So with being with Yellow Wolf, working with Yellow Wolf, I felt like I had to bring something to the table. Foster, you got to bring something to the table that's unlike nobody else. You can't, man, be yourself, but stand out.
Thanks.
I get my tattoos and everything. Like, just showing my lifestyle, like on my face and stuff. When I started working for Wolf, he said, Fasa, he took me on tour. Devil's Pass, took me on tour. I got to ride. I mean, I didn't get to ride on the bus, but I got to sit on the bus.
But you got to see tour life, the real deal.
Right, and
that
I drove.
matters.
They said I could, but I just chose. I just didn't want to be that close because I'm like, man, fuck, I don't feel like I belong here. I'm not good enough yet. I'm not good enough. And like we'd go to like shows, I would stand in the corner. Wolf would be like, Fasa, get the fuck over here.
And that's the most important battle is you got to believe in yourself as an artist. That's the first battle you got to overcome.
I didn't believe it until it's been a minute. I definitely believe now. I have 100% faith. Man.
And I see it and I hear it.
Wolf, he texted me. He said, man, let me get a feature. Fuck. I'm like, what the? Whoa. Me?
And I think Caskey's on it too, right?
I got some work with Caskey too, man.
That's what's up.
Dude, it's
I don't want to cut you off, and I'm loving this, but we need to get to the Fab Four. And where do people follow you?
Instagram, Rella Mufasa. Rella Mufasa, and
where else?
On Facebook, Fasa Mayberry, Twitter, Fasa Mayberry, all streaming platforms, Fasa Mayberry. Even you can go on Google.
You're on iTunes. You're on.
Yeah,
you can go. Okay.
iTunes,
Spotify. I know you're on Spotify.
Yes, sir. iTunes, Pandora, Spotify, Google Music, Apple Music, YouTube, all these streaming platforms. I'm on every single one, and everything is by myself. I've done all of that by myself. No,
you are the what's the word I'm looking for? You're the epitome of independent artist, like many others, but
yes, sir.
Of independent artists. I've watched you grow independently. It's
yes,
beautiful.
Sir.
And of course, you've had a team along the way, but you are Fasa.
Right. Yes, sir. And where Fasa come from, man, it's flexible artist, Southern alien. And I got another version of it. It's like a funky version, which Fasa means something different, but I'm gonna release that later on.
I have that one saved in my phone. I have you saved as the opposite one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna release
I'll
that.
let you take that out later. But
so now I got my merch and I got a team, and Wolf introduced me to MGK, Kid Rock, and a bunch of more artists. Caskey, Hangover Gang. Dude, he invited me to Kid Rock.
You're on some BTS stuff right now with Caskey, behind the scenes BTS.
Witnessing that, God, it inspired me so much. Oh my God, I'm so ready for you guys to hear my new music, man. Incredible.
Everyone knows where to find you now, and you've got a website. I know Josh can put that on, and I think Josh, we could get your website. We can scroll through that while Derek starts with these Fab Four. If we get cut off, we'll start off. But I think from here, Derek can take over and get these fabulous 4 questions to you. I love you, man. I've enjoyed this.
I really appreciate you, man. And I'm telling you, man, my story is so dang long, dude. It's like it takes me.
And if it takes a second episode, I can see us doing a second episode because you're that inspirational of a person.
Yeah, we have.
And I feel like at that time you're going to be someone completely else, and your story is going to be even more beautiful. Hey. And trust me, you'll be on for a second episode.
I really appreciate.
Can you guys see the screen?
Yep.
Dude, it's
and
awesome.
This is his website. Check it out. This is his merchandise. I mean, that's half the battle as an artist, especially musically, is merchandise. And
Fasa Gear, FasaGear.com is where you can find it.
And the catfish short. This is a short little story. The catfish is from where I went viral on catching a 55+ pound catfish on a $10 Walmart pole on a 6 pound.
I remember that.
And it hit over 400 news channels.
Shit, I want to see you got into like the 14, 15 million views, I think, at least.
Yeah, it's
even higher, I think.
Get paid every month for the video.
Wow. And he's an animal advocate, I would say. I know you've got reptiles and stuff. We can probably get into that into another episode, but here you go, D.
I would love to introduce you guys to my creatures, man.
I personally want to come see. I want to see how you I don't know how you handle animals like that, and I would love to see you handle them personally.
You just have to breathe and relax and realize that you're bigger than them.
And they're just afraid of you as you are of them, from what I understand.
Exactly, my brother.
That's what
I really appreciate y'all, man, welcoming me here. And like, this is nothing but the start for.
Hey, you're gonna be great.
Man, dude, I appreciate that. You took the words out of my mouth. I am, man. I am. I'm already great, my brother.
You already know it. That person
and,
in the mirror looks at you and says the same thing.
yeah, shit. Man, I appreciate you guys so much, man.
If we get cut off, we'll restart for the Fab Four. But
Okay.
these questions are great questions, and I know you'll appreciate them.
Okay.
Yeah, we should probably. Well, we're about to get cut off. It says less than a minute, so I
Okay.
really don't. I wouldn't want to get started. All right, everybody, it's that time. It's the last time for the Fab Four, everybody. The
Get your
last
black
4
socks.
questions. Absolutely, make sure you get your mind right, because we have the Fab Four, the 4 questions that we ask every single guest on this podcast. Fasa, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Are
Prepared.
you sure? Uh-oh. All right, let's get it. So the first question is, what was your biggest challenge that you've had?
My biggest challenge that I've had is honestly putting my voice out there for people to hear and to understand, and not put feelings into it. That's my hardest thing. Like, hearing people's feedback on what they think about my music. That is the hardest thing that I've basically struggled with. Like, but I've overcame that, and that was that's my answer. Like, I for sure was embarrassed of what people, and I compare my music and all the above and below, my beats and everything, to everybody else, and I would shoot myself down. And now I don't do that. It's because I have faith within myself, and I know that everyone starts from somewhere. And with that being said, like, I know I have to start from somewhere, and with where I'm going, I feel like it's a very, very, very positive outlook on life. Like, and it's gonna happen, but I have to stay dedicated, determined, loyal to the process, and just keep my head above water.
That's good. And you said you were nervous about the feedback. Was it nervous about what you thought people would say or think, or what they actually did say or think?
Yeah, like what people would say and think, and what people did say and think. They wanted me to do this, they wanted me to do that, because they hear different than what I hear, or I don't know what I sound like from your ears or his ears or her ears. But I continue to put what I hear out, so the people that do hear me, hear what I'm trying to put out, they hear me. And I have to just stand on that. And I look at other artists and I'm like, man, I feel like I'm better than her or him. Like, I'm like, I know I am. I'm like, I can hit that note 30 times better. I can, oh yeah, I can. I'm like, man, I just gotta do better now. You know, like,
You can do it.
I know I can do it, my brother. If I can copy you and sound just like you, and I feel like I sound better, I feel like I need to create too. Yeah, I need to create.
There you go. I love it. There you go. Keep it up. And based it off that, what was your biggest reward that you've had? Just related to that.
And just in fact, just being able to work with legends like my big brother, Yellow Wolf. Just being waking up knowing that I can call him and be like, hey man, I need some help. Knowing that, and it's not just because he's a superstar, it's because I feel like I'm gonna be the one to get my family up out of the situation, like the financial
teammate.
I got a teammate that's there for me, and he's got my back. And I appreciate him because he inspired me so much just watching him recording. And I'm like, dude, your brain is like Einstein. Like, it's an Einstein world. I said, your brain is Einstein cells. I said, man, like, what is going on with your brain, man? It's crazy great. It's like so inspiring. I said, dude, you remind me of a hip hop, Michael Jackson, hip hop, country rock, Michael Jackson, and like, he's a legend in my eyes. Michael Jackson is a legend in my eyes. And my reward is just being able to stand in the same studio as
same room.
And not like, he's a star, of course. I don't look at him as that, like, no, like, I told him this personally. I'm like, dude, you're like my father, you know what I'm saying? Like, that you're teaching me, you're guiding me, and you're making me figure out. You giving me hints, but you're not just handing me. You're not handing me anything. You're making me work for it, and I can either get lazy or work for it. Is that on that? Just because I know someone doesn't mean that they're just going to give it to you. Just because you know somebody don't mean that they're going to hand it to you. Just because you work for somebody don't mean that they're going to hand it to you, because they had to work to where they're at. So what do they look like handing you something, just for? So that is my reward, being able to be around just the vibes around legends that's successful and established. And like I chilled with Kid Rock and Cindy Crawford, their 20th anniversary at Kid Rock's house, seeing the whole Nashville, east to west, dude, and meeting Cindy Crawford. I didn't even know who she was. I'm seeing everybody's flipping out about her, and I'm like, dude, I don't even know who she is. And I go and research, and she's so known, she's a very popular woman that and I did so yeah, that's my reward. That is my reward. Just being able to learn from that and create and try to be she came up to me, she said, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm Fasa." She's like, she said, "You're an artist for Wolf?" I was like, "Nah, I ain't want to say nothing." She's like, "Well, that's what I was told." I don't know who told her that. I'm like, well, I'm Fasa Mayberry. I didn't want to step on no toes or nothing like that. I ain't want to lie. I just want the work to be there for itself, and me.
I'm an artist for myself. I fight for me.
Exactly, because I'm not just gonna claim something that isn't I don't know. I just couldn't I didn't want to make it feel like I'm lying to you. And then the next day or two, the party was on the news. And I didn't my phone was going dead. I got a couple of videos, but my phone was going dead. And just that's a reward. Just being able to tell this story. And I'm so inspired just by being able to tell this and just enjoy my process, stay out the way, and create. It takes time, but create. I know what I got to do. That
you've been in those rooms. You've been in that room specifically.
I've been in those rooms with a jar of quarters, and these are there's thousands of dollars around. I got a jar of quarters in here. We finna go out to eat, and I'm like, no, I don't want to go out to eat. But Wolf, he ain't about to leave me hang. Bring your ass. I'm like,
feed the team.
I'm like, we done with the studio session. I'm finna go on here, go to the house. I'll go eat. I'm good. And he won't let me do that, And that's for just being able to guys, dude, y'all, man. I'm thankful.
He sees himself in you, and in turn, he knows down the road you'll do the same for somebody just like you.
Oh yeah, and
I could go on and on and on. My reward, just him putting me in videos that he don't have to. Fasa, hey, you want to be a role in this video? Yeah, heck yeah, let's go. Man, I ain't looking at no money or nothing. I just this. I think this is
the money happens when you do what you love.
Crazy. I never dreamed this, ever. Never dreamed that I would be in this. Never, dude. I worked so hard. I forced myself to become someone. That is my reward daily, just to become someone. That's daily. I'm
living the dream.
And living my life to live and not living my life to die. I live my life to live and keep going. Staying positive, remaining flexible throughout whatever life throws me.
That's awesome. And what'd you learn throughout the whole process?
I'm still learning, man. Still learning that you have to know, no matter what life throws at you, you have to hold on and focus yourself. It's gonna be good and bad that's happening daily, yearly. But what you have to do, you have to mentally train your brain to you have to overcome it all, no matter what. And my lesson is just because you see whatever you see on social media or whatever the case may be, this doesn't happen overnight, my brother. This doesn't happen.
Big facts.
Happen overnight. Just because you just now seeing me with so and so, I've been working my ass off. That's my lesson I learned. You have
one-man band.
Work. You have to work. It takes you in order to succeed. It takes, if you don't want to, if you want to stay in bed all day, be lazy, it's not going to come to you. Never, ever. If you think that I'm like, if I was to make it big and I just see you just doing the same old thing, you don't want to better yourself, you will never better yourself. You have to wake up in the morning, make your bed. First thing, make your bed. I'm learning my lesson by just simply making a routine and
that
going
chain reaction, causing their own chain reaction up here.
You have to go by routine, train your brain. I train my brain, do 3 beats a day. If I don't make 3 beats a day, today wasn't productive.
And we both know you could probably go beyond 3 beats a day now at this point.
Like that's my least. That's like a really small number.
I make minimum.
Yeah, that's my minimum. 3 beats. As long as I say 3 beats, I can go to sleep. You know, and like daily, I'm learning new lessons whenever I listen to my music. Listen to other people's like professional music, and then I listen like that when I'm creating. I don't do this often, but I listen to how their music is, and then I compare mine. I'm like, why is my music so low and this so high? So I learned by posting my music, getting other people's ears, just seeing what people, the honesty, and it's a lot of fake in this too. So you can't put your feelings in this. So that I learned my lesson daily, man. That's learning my lesson. Like it's daily, like like
that's what it's about. Day-to-day battles.
Yes, sir.
I love it. And the last thing is, what is your advice to all the viewers and listeners out there?
You can't live your life thinking about what others think about you, because at the end of the day, everybody in this world thinks different. Everybody in this world think different. And it could be very similar, but they think different. Like in certain situations, some people don't let their brain go to that next thought. Like, say for instance, it's something that happens. People say it's just one side of the story. No, I feel like it's 3. Like if it's 3 people and it's one side, I feel like it's 3. You know, like if it's you, you know, like if it's 2 people, I think it may be 3 sides of the story. If it's 4 people, 5 sides. You know, like it can be so many different sides of the story on why this occurred. You can't think about what others think about what you're putting out for the world, because it's a lot of people that may like what you do. Like maybe you're not hitting the right audience. Maybe you need to just keep doing what you're doing. Never give up. You have to have faith. You have to have faith within yourself in order to just, if you don't believe that you can do it, it'll never happen. I believe. I wake up every day and I believe. I know I can.
Gotta believe.
If you don't believe, you will not succeed. And you can't ask someone, should I keep going? If you're already asking somebody else, you're messing up. You have to manifest your destiny. You got to keep your head focused, keep your head above the water, and create. If you create, who can take? I mean, you know, like you got to create, motivate, and stay positive. Remain flexible. You can never give up. Just because
sleep, create, repeat, eat, sleep, create, repeat.
Right. Eat, create, repeat. I really don't sleep because I have faith within myself, and I feel like, man, whenever I leave this world, I sleep then, you know. But right now, we got
sleep when you're dead.
Yes, sir. We got business to take care of and to never give up. Just because I didn't finish college doesn't mean that I stop right there. Just because this job didn't work out for me doesn't mean I stop right there. Just because this tattooing, I'm not getting that many clients or whatever the case may be, doesn't mean I give up. I want to bring something new to the table. I want to inspire the youth and just show the world that tomorrow's a new day, and also tomorrow isn't promised. So as you create every day, you can leave something to the youth or anybody that was looking up to you. Even older people, they can look up to younger people, it doesn't matter. It is not about age. It's about what you put into this world. You have to give your honesty, and I feel like you can sleep better at night when you're honest. You're honest with yourself and loyal and dedicated, and taking that sacrifice of stand up the extra hour just to put in that extra hour of work. The one extra hour,
An extra mile.
dude, that extra mile will get you a very far away. You do 20 push-ups a day. Try to hit that 30. Boom. Now you're doing 50. Now you're doing 75. You got to stay focused, stay in your own lane.
And it all starts with what you said, just simply making that bed, causing that chain reaction.
You have to make your bed. You have to wake up and make your bed daily. Make it like I'm OCD. So if anybody else make it, I know it's not like, no, my day is not going to go get. I will mess the bed up and fix it and make it. And that starts my day.
Thanks.
Making my bed.
That's facts.
Oh,
Yeah, I look at that like that's your first accomplishment of the day, and there's no other better way to start your day. So I like that.
yeah.
And then the second short thing is I drink my glass of water because I
drink water.
I drink water all throughout the night too, man. I love water. I love
water. Is life.
I drink me a glass of water, dude. I can do whatever. I can go and run 2-3 miles.
I think Jay-Z has a fellow producer, and I heard this. This was back when I was with Bubba, and it was hilarious. But this guy literally posted on his page, he's like, if you don't drink water, I don't fuck with you. Literally in the studio.
True. I don't drink pops or soda or nothing like that, man. That's true. If you don't drink water, I'm with them. Like, I don't you
gotta drink water. Got to. I'm not saying you can't have a beer, you can't have alcohol, but you got to drink water. Got to.
That's an important thing. Like in this world, water is one of the most important things in this world. Man.
Shit, it makes up over half the globe.
Exactly, man. Which is pretty
how important it is.
Pretty scary. Yeah. Like think about what's in that water. Like what's deep in it. Man. Dude, man, I really appreciate you guys bringing me here.
Well.
Oh yeah, this was awesome.
I look forward to another one.
This is
cool. I look forward to keeping up. I think Josh and D, hopefully they follow you and see your day-to-day grind, because I know for me, it's inspired me. I know when I go on Instagram and I actually do scroll and I'm not posting, you're one of the people that I'm like, oh, fuck, he posted. Let's see what he's got. See what he's got new today.
Oh, dude, I appreciate that, man. I'm actually about to post some cool stuff in just a little bit, man. And I think
you're about to post some cool stuff. It's already cool.
Yeah. Yeah, this a new. I appreciate that, bro. This a new up to date stuff. So yeah, man, I got my merch drop and I'm super excited. So now it's time to entertain. I might go fishing.
Hopefully you get more reactions. Your fishing stuff is. I want to come back to Nashville just so I can fish with you one day. I bet I'd learn something from you. We got a camera. I actually got a fishing TV show that we're working on. We started in a few days. So. Yeah, that's the really. You got a honey hole. Well, at least I call it a honey hole. You got a little honey hole wherever you fishing at.
No, I'm just a fisher, bro. Like, ain't no.
Not good at it.
What you doing, bro? Look. It'd be 10 people fishing. I come between people. They ain't catching shit. I come out there. I know what they're doing. I know what time of the year it is. That all of that counts. How high the water is, how low the level, the temperature.
Observant. You've been observant over the years.
All of that really counts. And we know that.
I'd love to get you involved with the veterans. I think you would be a valuable person to teach fishing lessons one day along down the road with the veterans that I'm acquainted with.
Dude, that'd be cool, man. We can get them on a couple of episodes because, man, that's really what the TV show is about. Is showing you how to fish. It's showing people how to catch fish that has
valuable.
Yes, sir. The youth and everything. Because there's a lot of people that I know that don't know how to fish. I'm like, what the? You don't know how to tie a hook on a line? And
you'd be perfect for the vets way out in the country.
It's like, oh my gosh, dude, are you kidding me, man? So yeah, that's my goal, man. And I want a cartoon with fishing and my childhood life and just a bunch of funny stuff. I'm a comedian. I'm very funny, but it's like serious time now. So
I'll bring my llama. Theodore.
Oh, definitely. Bring your whole family. I'm down, bro.
I'll get my inflatable llama.
Oh my, that's too.
Yeah.
No,
so-
man, this was awesome. This was
It really
good.
was.
Yeah, so thanks for being on the show. It was really really appreciated, and it was awesome. So look forward to part 2 this soon. And best of luck to you. Keep up the great work.
Hey, dude, I appreciate all of you guys, man. It's really something new to me, and I feel really good about it. I appreciate you guys for being the first guys to interview me and just actually open your ears and actually listen and give your utmost attention to what I have to say.
There'll be more. There'll be more people.
I can repeat this 1,000,000 times.
It'll happen.
Because I'm honest. Stay honest with yourself. Stay true to yourself, man, and you can go a very, 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 very far away.
I think you're going to encounter a lot of people in your path that are going to be inspired by you, and it's going to happen.
I appreciate you, man.
I
really,
it.
man.
You as well.
All right. Man, we
Yeah.
are out.
Hey, take it off. Take it off. Super Bowl shit.
Money on my mind, always on the grind. Only got one get always